All right, y'all, we live, man. Starting out the new year right. Shout out to everybody, man. Happy New Year. Hope everybody having a great day. I had to tap into y'all, man, to get some FBA out there. So check it. If y'all don't know about Lady Boulay, she one of the pioneers of exposing, everything that's bad for the black community. So I'm gonna play a little bit of her video. I got the After this video, I'm gonna show y'all some how we gotta protect the culture in the best way we could go about protecting the culture. I'm gonna go over interview how the FBI had infiltrated the uh they infiltrated the Black Panther Party. So let's get into Lady Boulay, man. Her video showing the promising future for the black community.
Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And as we approach 2025, we have had some disappointments in 2024. But to me, the horizon is bright. And I believe that Black Americans are learning now how to play the game in America, trying to get past the idea that people will call us victims and trying to play the winning game for ourselves. And it's okay to start small. We don't have to do this big, gigantic thing every day. One of the things that I'm really proud of is to see the NFL players, retired or former NFL players, being hired as head coaches at HBCU schools. I think that's a very important step forward because those guys have played in the NFL, they've made a lot of money, but they're still young men when they retire. And I just don't think, the idea that you got to keep going to the white man to give you a job on ESPN or a job somewhere where if they get mad at you one day, they can fire you, or you end up being embarrassed, or you go somewhere to a party and you say the wrong thing to some white woman and now you're embarrassed and fired. I believe that it's a sign of maturity that some of these guys have decided that I can go to an HBCU and make a decent salary and make a real contribution to my community. We talk about we need to build, we need to build. Well, our foreparents came out of slavery and built these HBCUs. Some of these things were built before slavery ended. I went to Alabama State. Alabama State was founded in 1867, 2 years after slavery ended. So they've been around for a long time, and they have produced some of the most successful Black Americans in this country. But the self hatred and the indoctrination that we get against ourselves make us think that if we're not at a white college, or if we're not doing something with white people, then what we're doing is not important or it's not significant. So I think it is very important that this young crop of former NFL football players are going to HBCUs and helping to build those programs. Deion Sanders went to Jackson State and was a resounding success. And even though he moved on to a PWI, Ed George is at Tennessee State. Deshaun Jackson is at Delaware State. Now Michael Vick has gone to Norfolk State. And two or three others are now head coaching at HBCU schools. And it's only going to help those programs. I think it's important for us to stop looking over each other, looking for some other community to sustain us. And this is not a knock on PWIs, because some Black coaches go to PWIs and do well. But I'm just saying that they retire from football or basketball, and the next thing you know, they're sitting up on ESPN talking. And when they run out of anything meaningful to say, they'll say something out of order about black people or black leaders or something that, off the wall, that shows that they're not very intelligent. So
She talking about Stephen A. Smith. If y'all listen to Stephen A. Smith, he gotta work for the system. They send him out there to talk bad about black people.
So I think that this is a very good use of their time. So this is, to me, Black Americans learning how to play the game, building up our own communities and our own youth and our own institutions. Because if we don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. And control is the name of the game. The people who have the most control over their careers, over their personal lives, over their business lives, have the best outcomes in America. And your chances of going to an HBCU and becoming successful are much greater than you becoming successful in some white institution, because there's always somebody that wants the job that you have. So when they get tired of you, they get ready to replace you. They've got some kind of file on you that they can pull out, and then there you are, headline news, doing something embarrassing, and you're gone, and you've gone out in disgrace. So I still think you have a better chance.
Great. The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI marketing tools to help small business
Of having a successful outcome with your own people. That to me is learning how to play the game. And we've been at this game long enough now to know how to play it. The second sign of growth that I see is with these black mayors in these large cities, these large sanctuary cities. They have allowed all of these illegal immigrants to come into the cities, and to some extent, taking resources that should go to the citizens of those cities. And they seemed helpless to do anything about it, asking for help from Washington and getting no help. But now that Donald Trump has been elected, both the mayor of Washington, D.C., Muriel Bowser, and New York City Mayor Eric Adams are saying that they are going to work with the Trump administration to do something about illegal immigration. Now, I don't know about Muriel Bowser in Washington, D.C., but I believe that Eric Adams' ship may have already sailed. He may be too far gone to be able to recover any kind of career he has as mayor of New York. I could be wrong, but I believe that the people of New York are totally dissatisfied with the way he handled that migrant crisis. And when I say they're learning how to play the game, they are learning that Donald Trump is the president of the United States. He will be calling the shots come January 20th, I guess. And if they want something done about that illegal immigrant crisis in their cities, they are going to have to work with that administration. This whole idea about I'm going to protect the immigrants and this is a sanctuary city and I'm going to uphold the laws. And I do believe that's what Eric Adams is saying. But he's also saying he wants to work with the Trump administration to do something about it. And I think they are both clever enough to understand that the reason the Democrats did so poorly in the last election is that they didn't say anything about immigration. The black people in the city, their own people who helped or either got them elected, were furious about the influx of those migrants. And they didn't do anything. They seemed helpless to do anything about it. And so when the election passed, they were running around talking about they were going to win, they were going to win, they were going to win, and they lost. Now, I don't know who cheated because I wasn't counting the votes. I just know who's the president now and who most likely will be sworn in. And as much as we feel that that's not the best candidate at this time, they didn't have a best candidate. They just didn't. But he's going to run the show now for the foreseeable future. I put it that way. And anybody who wants to do something about the crises in their city is going to have to work with the administration. So I think it's a sign of growth and maturity that these black mayors in these big sanctuary cities are saying, I'm going to get some help for the citizens in my community, even if I have to work with the president whose political views I don't share. That is a sign of maturity, because when you go into public life to serve the people, it's not about what you like personally. That's how come a lot of people don't run for office. But you still have to obey the law, you have to uphold the law, but most importantly, you have to do what's best for the citizens in your city, in your state, in your country. So I believe that it's a good sign that these mayors have said, I'm going to do what I can to help the citizens of my city. Okay, so, and I'm hoping that we're going to see more signs of Black Americans learning how to play this game in America, because running around here being mad because Donald Trump won, or being mad about the Supreme Court, it doesn't accomplish anything. You have to match your anger with some kind of action. Now, that's what I think, but let me know what you think.
All right, y'all. So look, y'all can tap in. I got a link on the show, man, where you can tap in. I just wanted to talk and get a little ideas from the FBA community. Y'all was saying some good stuff on Sunday, so I just wanted to Happy New Year to everybody. I know everybody. Happy New Year, Trail. Shout out to Trail Jackson TV. That's good. So listen, on this show, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all like what they do, what they say they do when they infiltrate Black America. Check this out.
Remember that. Okay, Leroy Jones's place, which was done on the thing of tribalism. I that's where I first heard the word Kintu, Mantu, Hantu, Hentu. These words of the African continuum. I learned that from an agent. He ran it down to me. They make in-depth studies of the personalities of the people they're dealing with too. Culturally, it always helps when it's a thing of you can take their culture and use it against them.
Would you say to American citizens that this situation of surveillance and infiltration continues to this day?
Oh yes.
On the dimension that you experienced?
Probably much larger by now.
Larger.
Oh yeah. Let me put it to you like this. Each year, everything gradually escalated up more and more. So I figured when I left, it didn't stop escalating. As they say, one monkey does not stop anybody's show.
What would you say to citizens who sit and listen to what you've said and have a sense of frustration and helplessness?
There are some agents, the old line agents, that disagree with the tactics that were used during the so-called COINTEL period. But one thing I don't want us to jump off of is that people always they're talking about COINTEL now so heavily. I'm not talking about COINTEL. I'm talking about a thing called BD, which was better known as Black Death. The Black Death was set up for a simple thing of infiltrating Black organizations and Black groups, whatever.
Where was this Black Desk, or were there a number of them?
There were a number of Black Desks, but the head Black Desk was in Washington, D.C., controlled by Sullivan. And
Was he Black?
No.
Mm-hmm. And what was the function of the Black Desks all over the country? I guess there were dozens.
The function of the Black Desk was to monitor activity, social unrest, revolutionary groups, cultural groups, and such in the Black community.
And feed it into this central desk. And it still exists?
As far as I know, yes.
We've seen a number of investigations into the assassination of Martin Luther King. We've seen an extended police trial of the assassination of Malcolm X. What you seem to say substantiates what many Black people say out on the street, that government agents or agencies knew that these assassinations were brewing and either participated in them or allowed them to take place.
It would behoove Black people, it would behoove all people, really, to question so-called the cut and dry one lone assassin theory. The Bureau and other intelligence agencies are very good at conspiracies. They are very good at setting people up to be killed. They are very good at making innuendos so the person will be killed.
City police don't know about because they have policemen in there. They don't let black people form anything without some policemen in there. And while I was in the black Muslim movement, over the black Muslim movement, many of the police who were sent to infiltrate us, they're black, would tell me, say, look, I'm a cop, but I have to come. They would tell me. I knew the Muslim movement was full of police. So don't you think anything is going down that they don't know about? The only thing that goes down is what they want to go down. And what they don't want to go down, they don't let it go down.
So this is a good point, y'all. So history has showed, any movement black people start to make, they infiltrate it. And we done had enough people that spoke to us about how they infiltrate groups. So, they'll have people that's black, that'll look like us, and they'll go in the group, and their job is just to get information, tear the group down, make sure the group don't succeed. So that's what we seen happen to a lot of our black groups. And that's what this guy I showed y'all, that's what this guy's name is, Dawhart Perry. That's the wrong one. I'm sorry, y'all. This one here. I'm gonna show you. And it's another guy named William O'Neill. These are the biggest guys that was the pretty much brought down all of the black organizations. They're gonna tell you about it right here. Check this out.
You also were active in the infiltration of many cultural groups. Before we go into that step by step, how much research and study did the FBI engage in of black culture in the late 60s?
A great amount.
Give me an idea.
From the thing is, I can. They have a file on every type of magazine that blacks read. They have a file on the music, dance, theater, actors, comedians, you name it, man.
And they would actually study these different.
Yes. Oh yes, definitely.
What would they do with music?
To understand the people, you have to understand the culture. To infiltrate, you have to understand. You had a lot of so-called white liberals that were infiltrating the so-called black groups using the information that they had gathered from the studies of blacks.
You mean just to understand the behavior pattern of our people?
Oh yeah, I can. Will Heaton could name out some jams of Miles Davis that I hadn't even heard of. He could name off some books that I hadn't even read pertaining to black culture.
Do you ever see agents actually studying the music of?
Yes. I've seen them going over even video portion of cultural events. The understanding, like when, you have an organization like Leroy Jones Black House. You remember that? Okay, Leroy Jones's place, which was done on the thing of tribalism. That's where I first heard the word Kintu, Mantu, Huntu, Hentu. These words of the African continuum. I learned that from an agent. He ran it down to me.
Yeah, the people, they know a lot more about our history than I do. But I don't want to put us all the way every time we CIA or the CIA control of us. I don't think FBA is at that point yet. I see what you said, Mahomes. You feel like I don't feel like that. Feel like, unless you saying there's some people in there that work with the government, this the street. So you got the police and everything, but I think that we could understand from history and we can change some things. So it's hard for them to bring, our organizations down, because black organizations is the only one that fall. We don't see anything else The Democratic Party's still running, the Republican Party's still running. So she put in her tweet, said he was approached by white conservatives to attack black immigrants. He said they're a big bag. He said they're a big bag for that. Said my wife said you look Samoan, Somali. What, like an Indian or something? This guy put CIA watch this FBA right now. Of course they is. But listen, we ain't finna be scared and we not finna not move and make progress. Damn the FBA, Our ancestors had to go through through the FBI. They had to go through the CIA. That shit and make us like what we supposed to do. We supposed to be scared and not run nothing just because they dominated. Any other night, someone said you look like. Said the other night, somebody said I look Ethiopian. For real, we ain't scared no more. Like, listen, a lot of people used to tell me that. I remember one time I was in my neighborhood and I was on my man, we need to get together. And I heard my homie P, he told me, he was like, yo, you know what they do to black people like us. And I knew exactly what he was talking about. He just meant death, like you ain't gonna make it, they gonna kill. It's like you pushing this in our communities to where nobody wants to be a leader because they feel like they're gonna get taken out or they feel like it ain't worth it. They'd rather live. So it's like at some point we got to stick together and it can't be no leader that everybody sees. Willie put, I'm in this so-called gangster talking yeah. Showing this footage, not a lot of people seen it. Yeah, man. I mean, he talks about all the infiltration that they did to take black culture away. So now people don't like black people right now because they done infiltrated the culture. They got us doing all of this stupid stuff. So people see us as doing stupid stuff, stupid dancing, women twerk. They just see us as just trash monkeys. Instead of if we had control of our own culture, we wouldn't be letting nobody just get out of line like this. So people don't really respect us around the country. They don't care. They disrespect us. They don't really, they look at us like nothing. They said they used a bunch of foreigners to follow me here. Well, put the floor is yours. Yeah, so look, we just trying to put something together for the FBA, man. Have these talks. I want to get some opinions. Some ladies were saying the other night, like, a way that where it just can't fall. We all gotta reconnect to Africa. That's the biggest fear. Dope. Leaders should raise leaders and not view themselves as more valuable than the whole. I think it's worth dying for. Damn right. Listen, our people put up so much. We got people and stories that they stood on business. So it's like, it'll be, he said, I've been lifting my people. It'll be, I don't know, it'll be kind of like a coward move for me not to, fight the power. I remember I was telling somebody the other day, the first song I think I heard as a baby was like Fight the Power. And she say, listen to Malcolm X more. Most definitely. We need to listen to Malcolm, man. Malcolm ain't gonna steer us wrong. I don't care what nobody say. Malcolm wasn't no fit. You can tell when certain of our leaders, how they talk, they ain't going. A person can't, the feds can't come to them and say, hey, I need you to do this for people. We need to have more integrity, principles, morals, so we know all our brothers gonna stand tall. Like fine, which 12 perhaps. Y'all look, I got the link in the top of the description, man. If y'all want to tap in, I'm gonna let this play a little bit more so y'all can hear what he talking about. Let's get it.
They make in-depth studies of the personalities of the people they're dealing with too. Culturally, it always helps when it's the thing of you can take their culture and use it against them.
How large would you say an extensive collection on our culture would you say the FBI has? Would you rate it as large as a particular library, like the Schomburg Library in Harlem? Or...
I would rate it better. And the fact is that they go into details that we probably would overlook.
Now, MLK Jr. over Malcolm X. Who put that? Are you serious? He said, I thought Malcolm X was a tether. I don't know about all that, man. I think Malcolm X was born in, I think, Harlem or something.
Will Heaton used to meet me in different places. You know, Will Heaton, that was one of my supervising agents. There is a certain bar in the Los Angeles area where people into Black cultural things met. And Will Heaton used to meet me there. And he would go into very long and tiring conversations with some very articulate brothers about culture, African culture, and Afro-American culture.
Tell me about some of the cultural organizations that you infiltrated and what you did.
PASLA, Mafunde, Watts Writers Workshop, which they had.
The Watts Writers Workshop?
Yes. Watts Writers Workshop, which was one of the oldest established Black writers workshop.
That place was burned down.
Yeah. The Bureau had it burnt down.
How do you know that?
I know because I participated. I did the arson.
Malcolm father was.
You burned down the Watts Writers Workshop?
Yes.
Why did they want it to go?
At the time, funding had been cut to the workshop, had been cut out, but it looked like there was a possibility of a grant being given back to the workshop. And if there was no theater, there would be no grant.
How did you do it?
2 cans of kerosene, Purex bottle, gasoline, and a flare, highway flare.
Why didn't you use more sophisticated stuff?
Oh, no. You're never overly sophisticated. It's too obvious. This way you make it look like, maybe somebody in the neighborhood that got kicked out of theater at one time, got mad and came and burned the damn theater up, that kind of thing.
But you were involved in this theater? I mean, didn't it get to you at all what you were?
Hey, man, that got to me a great deal. I love that theater. I built the stage.
You built the stage?
Oh, yeah. When I got to the workshop, the stage that had been, the original stage that had been built needed an extension on it. The original part of the stage was in terrible condition. They had no lighting system. I put the lighting system in myself. I put the stage in myself. And that was a stage, man. And that was a theater. It's a nice theater.
Who was the director of that workshop?
Harry Dolan.
Harry Dolan.
So, guys, that's one of the biggest.
Big ideas.
Brought down a lot.
Don't come.
A lot of institutions, man.
Some very, very.
Now, this guy here, I don't know if y'all heard of him, but this was the guy. His name is William O'Neill. Right? Now, William O'Neill, he did the ultimate. Check this out.
Party leaders Mark Clark and Fred Hampton were killed in the raid. 4 of the 7 surviving occupants of the apartment were wounded. All were charged with assault and attempted murder.
And I remember walking out of the office and looking through a little clearing over on the next block, which was right in front of the Monroe Street address, and seeing a lot of police cars over there. And at that time, Bobby Rush came to the office. He had just come from over there, or maybe the coroner's office. In any case, we walked back over there, and we both were speechless. We just walked through the house and saw what had taken place and where he died, and it was shocking. And then I was, I just began to realize that the information that I supplied leading up to that moment had facilitated that raid. I knew that indirectly I had contributed, and I felt it, and I felt bad about it. And then I got mad, and then I had to conceal those feelings, which made it worse. I couldn't say anything. I just had to continue to play the role.
FBI headquarters authorized payment of a $300 bonus to informant William O'Neill for, quote, uniquely valuable services which he rendered over the past several months, unquote.
They paid this man $300.
The hardest thing is obviously finding products to sell and then getting authorized to sell those products. So with Ecom Authority, they've been able to do that.
So I was just going over some stuff, man. What y'all think about all of that lies he tell? He was hired for that. So you think he was hired for that $300 for him to give information and get Fred Hampton killed? Like our people to take a sandwich and a bag of chips to take out their own brother. Said Fred Hampton was supposed to be the ambassador. Yeah. But it's things we gotta learn from our past and seeing what happened so we can know, because I don't want to set nothing up and be to where it's messed up. So we gotta learn from this, especially. What's that? COINTELPRO. That's what COINTELPRO is. Exactly. That's when you got, you think somebody's down with the set and they all cheering you on and they're in there getting information, trying to put everybody down. So this is what normally happen to all our groups. I don't know of no group that we got right now. NAACP is controlled. That's not black control. Everything that we got, it's not control of us as far as like organizations. They all got COINTELPRO or whatever. Something happened to them. But we got to keep having these dialogues. I know that. We got to keep talking about it, talking about what we're going to do. Too bad we ain't got our own social media platform. But what y'all think, man? Listen, I got high hopes for the black community this upcoming year. So, but FBA is quite different. I had to. We need to rebuild the villages within our own communities. Yeah, we got to start with that first. We got to start with getting our own communities right. But we need group economics. You put FBA as God control. You talk about the boule. Oh yeah, that boule is something serious, man. Listen, if we don't understand what that boule is, so everybody knows, it could be a problem. Because I believe that's the party that's here to make sure any other organization is down. In my opinion, I ain't finna just put that on them, but I feel like that's the only one that's been around for a long time. So it's like something going on with that boule where they keeping everything in order. But I'm tired. I don't want to live with no other race. There was no other race anymore. I'm just tired and done. Listen, it's like you can't, even our own race, we just got to be able to know that we around loyalty. We're around people that got pride in their people, you know. They make us think about just money. And then it's people, look at, I just showed y'all for $300, he got his own brother killed. That could have changed his whole situation. It's like we'll take a little bit of money and don't even do nothing. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Definitely trying to make some moves this year. This year's FBA year. We got all the resources we need. We can't keep crying at nobody. We got to really come together and do something. And it's no more excuses. We can't keep blaming people and saying, we can't. We all we got. I'm done with these folks too. But I'm done with these folks too. I was in Ghana the other day. It was amazing. Ghana is nice. I got a trip. I'm finna go to Ghana sometime soon too. We had a family. We getting a family trip. But we on code now. That's what I'm saying. We on code now. We know, we understand. It's more visible now. Like we can tell. Like for me, just been watching how these guys talk, and I can tell they don't have a passion. And I heard some guys on YouTube, you know, speaking about their ancestors that just made me feel. It made me feel good. Made me feel good about my culture. Made me feel that there's people out there that care. There's people out there that really got principles, morals that look just like me, and they tired of what's going on and they won't change. So I was real happy with a lot of the stuff, especially the males that I was hearing coming out speaking, and the people that supporting the brothers coming out speaking. A lot of people were saying some stuff like, "Man, what are we talking about?" But just to see us come together and fight for something is good. She put, I'm ready to fight and work for my culture, but unfortunately, every kinfolk, and that is our first problem we need to fix, right? Like we were just talking about the boule. It could be an enemy right side beside you, but you don't know because, like I say, they could be in some kind of groups. You know, I don't trust people that's in these secret groups. I know we got some family members that's in it, but most people, they don't know about it. They're just trying to do good deeds. All of them people get used and abused. It's a lady named Lala Jenkins and Lady Boule. They go over the Boule real heavy. We crashed the whole election. Yeah, man. I mean, we can't be worried about no president saving us. I don't believe that we on the bottom floor and we gonna, but ain't O'Neal FBA. Yeah, O'Neal FBA. I don't know if he for sure FBA, but I mean, probably they used us. They used us. They definitely used us. But the first guy name was Darhart Perry. Darhart Perry and William O'Neal was probably the biggest, you know. And what I appreciate though from them is they was able to speak it. They was able to tell the people like what happened and how they did it, so we know. Cause you got these snitches nowadays, they gonna act like they ain't do nothing. You know, like they'll just do it and they won't even say nothing to the people. So we can't even learn from it what's going on. So you got to think about it. This is from the 60s and 70s. Yeah, dude had killed himself. These snitches ain't killing themselves nowadays, though, man. She put FBA ain't nothing. Caribbean and Black American performed tonight for New Year's Eve. What you mean FBA ain't nothing? Solid, man. She put FBA ain't doing shit for Robert Brooks. Listen, you gotta help. Look, whenever I hear people say, what FBA ain't doing. We gotta hold each other. Like, we maybe need you to step up. We maybe need you to organize. We maybe need you to be like, okay, guys, let's do this. You know, at this point, we can't expect, like, we got to be the people. If we see something that's a hole in our system and you see it, you got to be able to step up and try to help our system out. That's the only way we're going to get somewhere. Who a troll, fool? You said, what am I doing? So that's a good question. Always some. So you said, what am I doing? So right now, look, what I do for a living, I'm a water treatment specialist. So what I do is, we got a serious problem, which y'all don't know, is the water. I'll show you my book. I mean, not my book, but this is a lady. So our really problem is our water and our environment, Black people, right? So I was testing water for 10 years and just helping people with water. But this book right here is called A Terrible Thing to Waste, Environmental Racism. That's done on the human mind. And it's assault on the American mind. Definitely Black people. So what happened is, our water in the areas that where we live at, they is contaminated. In the hood, if you go into these hood areas, the water's contaminated. Black people are living around areas that ain't that clean, freeing the slaves and not having economic structure. Still has an effect on us today. Yeah, so but she was saying what I do. What I do to help my community and culture is, I provide affordable water treatment systems for my people. So majority of my customers that I get water treatment to, and if you go on my YouTube site, you will see it. It's all FBA. So I just make a note to just try my hardest to make sure I get my people on board, because if not, they're gonna get overcharged from somebody else. FBA is a lineage and a bloodline organization. Straight up, we the new Black Panther Party, man. But just better. But yeah, man, that's why. So doing that, being able to help your people, and you don't gotta, I can help my people, is just a amazing feeling. You know, when you just helping your people get something they're going to go again worrying about us. So what you said, we got to worry about people you just got to say there's people dying and living horrible in the Caribbean. And there's people living horrible right here and dying. We in Florida, man. Die every day in Florida. And not by old age. I'm talking, violence. Straight up. Oh, she talking to him. There you go, worrying about us, right? For real, I appreciate it, man. I'm just trying to do what I can do and bring everybody else together to do what they could do. And I done met some amazing people though. So it's people out really trying to do their thing. I ain't gonna lie. So I believe it's a lot of stuff in works that I'm telling y'all that we getting everything together. So she put, maybe we can donate a filter to Flint, Michigan. They water look like dirty car oil. Yeah. And the thing about it is really like these cities, a lot of people think, She put, I'm FBA in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, I'm from Fort Lauderdale. That's my city. Where you from? Lawrence Smith. All of these cities is bad water, to be real. But we got to focus on water, food, medicine. Dr. Claude Anderson said the 4 things. I used to have it. He said water, you got to control your water. She put everyone need land. Yeah, everybody need land, but water, food supply, energy. It's like you got to be able to control that. If we always asking somebody that, oh man, I gotta pay them to have water, I gotta pay them to have energy, I gotta pay them for food. It's like we ain't gonna never have nothing. Our people had airports and grocery stores in like Black Wall Street days. They had everything. They didn't have to ask nobody for nothing. That's probably why the towns burnt down. Put all them basketball players in Flint. Listen, it's deeper than, man, them just trying to get the water systems, rebuilt. I think that it's a lot deeper than that, man. This is gonna be my 11th year testing water, showing people what's in their water and giving them a solution for it. And when I first started this, it was just white people that was really getting it, or black people who was like homeowners. But now as time started going, black people started purifying their water more. And now when people buy a home, they know to, get them a water system in their home. But poison water and no charges. She put. Yeah, that's why, man, water is so important, bro. Especially for our people. Our people don't understand. Like if you go like in North Dakota, like they try to preserve their water. They try to make sure nothing ain't getting in their water. Nobody's putting no toxic in there. And black people, we had something where Johnny Cochran had fought for black people in Alabama, where it was an arsenic waste, where they was just dumping like waste in like black towns' water that was poor. And he had fought. Johnny Cochran was a man. He was fighting for people in their water and making them change it back then. But we don't got Johnny Cochran no more. Now a lot of companies is buying water supplies, and I think it's experimental. I think that it's so much stuff in the water that you don't even know what it is, but they know what it is. It just don't make no sense. Yeah. So that's why Dr. Claude Anderson always talk about you got to have your water, you got to have your food, you got to have your energy, you got to have your medicine. He put they off them. Yeah, we got to know how to grow food, man. I got a little something in the back, but bruh, we got to grow food. If you not, that's the number one thing we got to start this year. It's everybody we got to have sections in all black areas that, somebody's growing food so everybody can be good. Somebody put grandma bought hella seeds for the garden. EBT card at Walmart. I'm telling you, if you could, that's the thing that we got to push, man. We got to push, get our people growing food. Because if we ain't growing no food, it's like, but definitely, I tell y'all, man, they put fluoride in our water, and they put fluoride in our water to keep us down. They put all of these little chemicals that's in our water, and they know what it do, and it make us, not up, we won't uprise or nothing. Don Jeter put, I caught Water God live. Yeah, man, I'm live in effect for y'all, man. I'm trying to build with y'all. It's a new year. I just went over all the fugazi things they did to get my people, so we already know what to look for this year. We already gonna be on point, calling it out, calling people out. But let me get a wrench bit, dog. For real, bro. But it's crazy. After all these years, we don't have a community, but other races do. Yeah, man. We don't got no community, bro. But we all need to start. I was talking to my partner. I say, look, if we got 100,000 people, it's 43 million FBAs. If we got 100,000 people to just pay $10 a month, that's $1 million a month that we could do stuff with. We could be making things happen, you know? So that's the first goal, but I want to make sure we bulletproof tight. Like we already know we got soldiers that's nobody don't know about them, but they in the cut, just making sure we good, but they not for the screen so everybody can see. We can't put everything out, but we just got to get our, we got to get our unit together. She put, it's a new day. The things to look for has changed. Somebody got on my channel and put F the racist radical FBA. You want to come all the way in here on that. Ain't nobody being racist or radical. Has to be someone trustworthy, you know. That one dude stole millions a few years ago, right? You know, and I believe that got something to do with it too. I think that they also put people in their organizations to steal. But like you said, we got 100,000 people that's paying $10 a month. That's $1 million a month. Imagine what we can do with $12 million, you know, or just a bunch of people just putting $10 a month, and we just got that going. And then building group economic. She put tellers always troll, right? Like, why don't you go and try to? We over here trying to build. You around here saying slick stuff in the group, like you like. That don't make no sense, bro. American Child. American Child is saying FBA blacks. Black Supreme. What they trying to say? We like black supremacists or something like that. Robert Shelter, for real. That's what we need, man. We got them out there. We got a lot of brothers, man, laying in the cut. We just all got to be on the same page, but we definitely got to delineate, because people are going to play on us. It's like they going to play on us, play around us, and then get positions that we supposed to got. And we're going to be like, dang, why we ain't get? Because people are told to just disregard black people. Don't respect them. You can't trust them. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of that. But yeah. Have public food gardens where people can take baskets of food once a month if you sign up. Yeah, we got to take some of that stuff that Black Panther Party do, because they were definitely the leaders in this. But yeah, that's good. That's definitely something we got to put on. Old teaching to help us separate. Yeah, that's what we got to do, man. We got to be reminding ourselves on how this stuff is, because when you hearing and you got all these people telling you this and telling you that, Don Jeter said, you know what's scary? Then them hearing separating, doing it in silence. That's when they spook really come out, right? That's what we need to start doing, just chilling, just doing our little stuff, and we just planning and organizing. They don't even know what's going on. You say Fat Joe performed last night? No. Ain't got amazing love. I can't make change if you not in the streets. Where he performed at? New York? I mean, but you got to think about this. The world don't care about people saying and disrespecting black people. So it's like, yeah, we only say so much online. Yeah. But it's hard. How else we going to get to the people? We got to start supporting them brands. It's a lot of things we can use. Like, okay, we can start supporting these brands. We got to stop supporting some of these TV. But I agree. We got to stop supporting all of these brands overcharging us. That's what made me get into the water industry, because I knew that black people was getting overcharged even for that. Everything that's out there, you know. Our community is getting taxed the most. They pay the most in taxes. Okay, they getting taxed the most, and they got the biggest wealth gap. So don't support nothing but FBA. For real. The more organized we become, the more we are waking up. For real. We waking up, man. Trust me. We got a lot of people in this thing. There's a lot of people watching, sitting in the cut that you don't know. They just knowing how to put their thoughts together so we can all know what to do. But definitely, we got to stop. We got to stop buying so much at the grocery store. Number one, we got to put a strike on them, because they just feel like we need them. And then the prices will go down, right? If we stop spending that money, but I imagine us doing so much that our money just circulating with us. So we using it. It's like we got more money, because all the money we making is just passing into our hands and going to us, and then keep going to us. We have the soldier. Look what we do to each other. Right. That's why I think people are so scared of us, because they know once we wake up, if our people just wake up right now, we'll be the danger. We'll be the most terrified group of people, because you know we ready to get busy. You know we can create. You know we can do everything. We done showed you that we can do everything. But we spend $1 trillion a year. Yeah, we spend $1 trillion a year. That alone to get us straight. If we can just get that $1 trillion a year we spending, and it made sure all of that went to real like companies, our own towns and stuff like that, I think that will be good. That'll be a good start. Yeah, we got to buy only FBA, and we need FBA to be in certain industries. Like, a lot of people are trying to sell bull crap. We need to be selling the stuff that's like essentials, like life essential stuff. It's hard to just be selling stuff that you really don't need. We need to first have the stuff that we need, clothing, you know what I mean? A lot of the stuff that we know that we gotta buy. What he said, how hard will it be to change the mindset of the majority of our race? I don't think it'll be. I think it's already, change gonna come. What's that famous song by it's been a long time coming, but I know what's his name, bro? Y'all know better than me. Donnie Hathaway, that's his name. Yeah. He put it easy because people like being on the winning team, right? Long as they see you winning. Yeah, Sam Cooke. You right. That it is. Sam Cooke. Yeah. Change gonna come. Man, I started listening back to my ancestors' songs and what they were saying, and it just, bruh, it made me realize that, man, they was giving us the game. It's like they telling us what we need to do. So now I make it a point of myself to make sure I go back and hear all our ancestors like songs so I can know what they was talking about, how they was feeling. Yeah, we got to stand on business with Robert Brooks. I did a video on that. That was up there in New York too. I was shocked. Because I was up in New York when they shot up that grocery store. I think that was like 4 years ago or something like that. I was in New York when they shot up, that white man shot up the grocery store. It was crazy. I couldn't, And NYC be acting like it ain't racist up there and stuff. I'm like, man, they starting to show their ass lately. They starting to show out. We got to do a historical speaking episode. Man, that's what I'm trying. Man, listen, I'm all about for the people. I'm glad y'all tapping in with me. I appreciate everybody for tapping in with me because it gives me ammunition to want to keep doing this and getting my people together and giving out dialogue. So y'all don't know how important y'all is just for just giving ideas, stepping up, just communicating. It's key. Because I know y'all feel like me. Y'all won't change. You tired of seeing people take advantage of your people. Water Dog Buffalo is not NYC. Oh, it's not NYC, but it's New York. But he put y'all ain't from NYC. Y'all don't know the history. Y'all ain't look. They go Puerto Rican Redskin. You trying to listen? You must be. What's up, man? You want to be down with FBA? You want to be down with FBA so bad. You in the chat long time, and you ain't even. You ain't even down with the set. When referring to FBA, only use the term FBA. Stop using African American. Yeah, I gotta put that up. But PR Redskins, my point to you is, are you FBA? Because you sitting in here saying slick stuff about us and we trying to grow and get better. Like, what's up with you? Are you the feds or something? So if we're a bunch of liars and racists, why are you in here? Like, you in here to tell us we're a bunch of liars and racists. What's up with them, man? People be on this New York. That's what I be saying, bro. The world is bigger than New York sometimes. Y'all gotta take the air out your head when you from New York. Bro, this PR Redskin, that's crazy. I never go on a whole nother platform, a whole nother culture of people and be in there trying to talk trash on what they got going on. That's just weird, bro. Y'all speaking Tyreek bullcrap. We got to put the trolls out immediately, for real. I'm finna kick them out. You don't need to be in here. How you kick people out of here, Trev? You around here trying to knock our confidence out. I don't know how to kick them out. Communication needs to be first. Back in the day, we had black newspapers. Internet makes it easy to sell, but knowing what's available. Block that devil, for real. I'm trying to get him out of there, man. I'm trying to get him out of there. They trying to block. They trying to hold us back. My boy put. Click his name and report him for a hate speech. We're gonna get you kicked off of YouTube. For real. No, but I'm gonna try to do this, man. Spend a little time, at least 3-4 times a week. No StreamYard. Yup, PR was banned. Their comments were removed. Yeah, we got them up out of here. That feel much better. So yeah, I went over Dalhart Perry, William O'Neal. Yeah, he gone now, man. We got him up out of here. Now we ain't got none but FBA. If anybody else in here, you ain't FBA, go ahead and talk some trash right now so we can just kick you up out of here, man. Go ahead and say something right now. FBA do what Malcolm X said. For real. We can't have no snakes in the yard. So I'm finna go over a little bit of other knowledge, man, what I think we need to look out for. Let me see. But I'm gonna keep y'all in the chat. Don G, chat out, man. Shout out, man. But a lot of people ain't even here. But check this out. I don't know why they want to talk bad about Tyreek like that. How I hear Tyreek, man, he don't sound like he don't sound like he with the. We're gonna need moderators. What you put? I'm going to see how long these coons take to charge. That's for real, man. That brother was handcuffed. That made me real. That made me real mad, man. Why they trying to attack Tyreek because he used to be a pimp. Yeah, I know you just talking Don G. I've been seeing you. I done seen you on a couple different Black Power sites where you in the comment section. I'm like, man, Don G will be everywhere. For real, I just want to hear y'all ideas on what y'all like, how y'all feel we need to move, because y'all seem like y'all got some knowledge. So your point is, the bigger the agenda, look at the NBA, the movie industry. We're being replaced with others. Of course. And that industry don't go nowhere, like basketball, prison, NFL. I was on a guy's page, a white dude, and he was saying that he feels that rap is racist because it's only one rapper to 1,000 black rappers, only one white rapper to 1,000 black rappers. And I got in his comments and I said, hey, so do you feel the same way about prison, NFL, and NBA? And he ain't say nothing. And I'm trying to tell him, in the hood, it's so much talent in the hood you don't even know about. Like it's a Michael Jordan in every hood that didn't make it. NYC ain't doing nothing about Robert Brooks. They outnumbered up there though, man. It's like how they was telling us on the show, a lot of black people moved out, is moving out of New York. And we probably lost a lot of money as far as the people in the group. We lost a lot of money by a lot of people moving out of New York because their real estate just went up. Boycott all movies and shows, man. I boycotted them. I wish all of us boycott them shows, man. Movies. Saying Tyreek an agent. Who told you he an agent? How you know he an agent? I'm finna get you up out of here, Sophia. You ain't got no proof this man an agent. You calling people an agent. If you ain't got no proof, don't call nobody nothing, man. The replacement not going to last. The only reason why they can replace us right now, I agree. See, folks always assume, right? They just want to. White guy said if he was promoting animal genocide, he could get sponsors. But he said he can't get rap sponsorships without a problem. He can get rap sponsorships without a problem. That's crazy. That makes sense, though. That is crazy. How you PR Redskins back? I had to boot you. Boycott Hollywood. Yeah, we got to boycott Hollywood, man. We definitely got to boycott Hollywood. That is not what we need to be following. FBA Kings TV. Salute, man. Salute, FBA Kings TV. Definitely appreciate you being in the building. Man, we just kicking it, man. Talking about, if y'all watch, man, if you just tuning in, I was going over some of the things that brought down the Black Panther Party, a lot of black organizations. I was going over that the FBI used like black people to bring down black organizations. They even burnt some down where they was teaching black people how to write and all these. So I kind of want to know what all of these organizations was doing so I can kind of have a good idea for what we want for FBA. Because our ancestors already created great stuff. We don't have to remake, anything. We just got to do what we know that was successful. He said that's why black men not in baseball. That's crazy because I played baseball as a kid too. What? Yeah, so man, we're gonna be doing this Black Writers Project. Yep, Black Writers Project in New York. Yeah, that was it. It was a lot of institutions they had for black people that burnt down. Where are the children? Hollywood placing us with blacks. Okay. FBA all day, man. FBA all day. So, y'all, man, I'm gonna put in a video. I'm gonna drop something tomorrow. Get some Black History stuff. It's the first. Probably put something in for FBA. What kind of videos y'all think, man? Y'all looking forward to? Y'all think I should drop? I like to drop like history stuff, but sometimes I like to give people what they want. Need some sliced ham hot right off the bat. Fat Joe neck. Man, I've been going hard at them. You can't replace black, but you can substitute us. Yeah. So, hey, man, guys, I'm finna get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. Not replace. People pay for talent. You know what he said? We are talented. Just watch the Olympics. Oh, yeah, we dominating everything. For real. For real, man. Sleep necessary. I want y'all to have a great new year. We always gonna stay in touch. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned with what we got going on. FBA love. Just want to let y'all know it's a bright future for us, man. Don't let nobody discourage what we got going on. Try to make us think the police gonna take us out. Got us feeling scared to just do things. Just block them out, man. They trying to get in our heads to get us off our pivot. About to send you an Instagram link. All right, fam. For real. Got you. Oh, that's what you think about doing the video on. Okay. All right, fam, man. Y'all, hey, listen, man. Y'all like extended family now. So look, we're gonna stay tuned in together. Much love, respect, appreciate y'all, love in abundance. Like Trevor Jackson said, make sure you go get you some money, huh? Peace and love, FBA.